Well, hello, Deluxe here. Welcome to my studio. Today we are breaking down my live pedal board. And the premise for this video is incredibly simple. I used this very pedal board that you see on the screen in a live set just a couple of days ago. And I personally like the tones, and also my friends like the tones. So I thought, hey, why I don't make like a pedal board breakdown and also talk about things like guitar choices, how they affect the amount of pedals I have, for example. And let's take a quick overview of the signal chain from the Jet JS400, which by the way plays a key role in this whole setup. From the guitar we go into the Black Mountain volume pedal, still my favorite volume pedal ever. If you watched my demo of this thing, you know that I don't usually just use volume pedals. I don't like them, but this is different. This works for me, so it stays on the board. And what's also cool about it is that it has two outputs. There's like a regular output that goes through the signal chain, but there's also a tuner out, which means I can hit mute here on the volume pedal, and because I can see the numbers, I know that I'm muted, and then during someone's speech or something like that, I can still tune. And this NUX tuner over here works perfectly for that. And when I'm ready to go, but from the volume pedal, the signal goes into the Caline Pure Sky overdrive. Again, my absolute favorite budget-friendly overdrive out there. I think the newer versions look a bit different though. And then for the lead stuff, I'm using the NUX Steel Singer. And from there, we go into the Strymon Flint, which, by the way, isn't mine. It's borrowed from a friend, but I probably need to get myself one. I have borrowed this thing a couple of times now for different live sets, and it's just perfect for what I do. More on that later. And from there, we go into the NUX Solid Studio MKII. And yeah, power supply, I don't remember exact model, but I have actually done like a dedicated demo of this. One of the best power supplies I've ever tried. And for this set, I decided to go with the NUX Solid Studio MKII. It just works really well. There's a great amp modeling, there's great sounding impulse responses, and great sounding EQ. We're going to dive into that in just a second. And then there's a bit of ambience that we can add as well. So right now we'll go straight from the guitar through all of this, but nothing here is engaged, just the Solid Studio MKII and a Deluxe Reverb. So amp wise, Deluxe Reverb. Then IR wise, you can actually see the two impulse responses that are going on here. I have EQ'd this a little bit for live use. I especially took out a lot of the low end, like 31 hertz or something like that. I really don't need that. And let me actually demonstrate, like before EQ. It does sound like nice and full, but these are all the frequencies that the mixing engineer will cut out right away. So yeah, I'm just doing that for them instead. There's still a little bit low end left and stuff like that, but yeah, this will sit in a mix way nicer. And then you can have a few different kind of, ambient effects on the Solid Studio as well. And I decided to go with the tape echo. Kind of in a way where you don't really notice it. You only notice in like this. I like how it adds a little bit of kind of liveliness and modulation on the background without kind of being too obvious. So that was my approach here. And what's cool is also that you can like really tweak this. As you can tell, the level is only at 28, so like a quarter of what's available. And you can have different subdivisions. You can tweak the time here as well, things like that. while actually playing live and listening to my guitar through my in-ears, and also listening back to the live stream as well, I felt this was a really good balance between ambient but also kind of not getting in the way too much, because alright, so that's what's going on in the Solid Studio, but my bass tone shaping didn't end there, because I am actually using the Pure Sky all the time as well. As you can tell, Deluxe Reverb is really, really clean, so we're gonna add some grit to it on a bridge humbucker. And greetings from the Catpic Studio Studio Department, Maintenance Vlad here. Hello! I'm here just to make sure that if you enjoyed this video and want to see more in the future, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Enabling the notification bell also helps. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a like. And if you have any concerns, whether they're related to this video or not, voice those concerns in the comment section down below. All of those really, really help. But now back to whatever thing I was just talking about. Alright, another thing that I had on pretty much all the time was the reverb on the Flint. So this was pretty much my bass tone, and this is where the guitar choice kind of comes in pretty heavily, because I also sing backing vocals, sometimes double the lead vocal, stuff like that. I don't have too much time tap dancing, so my approach for the whole set was like bring a guitar that is versatile enough that you can go between different tones by just flicking the, well, pickup switch, because yeah, there's the neck pickup. And when we go to the chorus, we can do. Approaching the whole set this way just made a lot of sense for me, at least, because again, I have to sing and I have to kind of communicate with the band members during the set if something changes or somebody speaks for too long or stuff like that. Like, there's so many things to kind of control or try to manage. So again, I don't have too much time for tap dancing. But as you can tell, there's still two pedals I haven't gone to, and one of them is the NUX Steel Singer, and I pretty much use this as a lead boost or like a rock thing. So yeah, here's how it sounds. I always kept this on, by the way. This live set didn't have that many like lead spots, which is completely fine by me. So I actually used the Steel Singer for, well, rhythm stuff as well. I really like this combination. There's like enough drive for it to be like a rock sound, but it's not like a hard rock sound or heavy metal sound, anything like that. Like a nice mellow. The filter control allows me to dial in just the right amount of like high end. It kind of passes through, so to speak. Yeah, really good combination. And as the last thing, Strymon Flint, absolute legend. One of the best pedals I've ever tried. And this is where the dynamics thing especially kick in, and like why I went with this guitar particularly, because yeah, I can go from this tone there's like an increase in the, like I can increase the dynamics. That's what I'm trying to say, like by just playing differently. And then I can switch to the bridge pickup. And then if I need to, I can also go. And yeah, that is my super simple pedal board. At least to me, it's super simple. Just like a volume pedal tuner, amp modeling, 2 overdrives, some killer effects. Again, need to get myself a Strymon Flint because it's great, which is not a surprise. And by the way, I have owned a Flint once a few years ago, solely because reasons. So what's next for this pedal board? I think, first of all, I probably need to move this power supply. Underneath the board, there's like this little hatches or things like where I could place this. But I don't have that many pedals that I use, so I haven't felt the need to like move this out of the way just yet. But I'll probably be adding a few more pedals on this board, and this will move underneath the board. There's plenty of space here on this Palmer pedal board, which I've been, by the way, like really happy with. It just works. And I have a question for you, like besides, well, getting my own Flint, what pedal or pedals I should get onto this slot over here where the power supply is right now? Leave a comment down below, let me know what you think. And if you got any questions, be sure to ask those in the comment section down below as well. If you want to get any of these pieces of gear, I'm gonna drop affiliate links in the description. Using those won't cost you anything extra, but if you buy through those links, I earn a small commission, which helps me to put food on my family's table, which would be obviously greatly appreciated as well. Thanks. And if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, like button, just hit all the buttons on the screen and good things will happen. Thank you so much for watching. I shall see you next time.